just firstly, everyone's talking about it. Your spin on what you observed last night?
I didn't watch it. What was that? What are you talking about?
But also, we're not talking much about what's going to be happening on this weekend. Has it been a bit of a strange week?
I think you need to be more specific. I think I know what you're talking about, but if you...
About Robinson last night and the fact that it's really dominated football news this morning.
Yeah, it has. I get all the clippings sent through to me because I like to sort of stay in touch with what's going on. It was my 5-year-old's birthday last night, so I didn't watch it, and I tend to just watch Fox Footy anyway. So, look, we're all across it. It's a topic of huge interest for everyone associated with the game. We're all disappointed it's occurring, and quite simply, we've all let it go this long without making an impulsive comment, and I can be impulsive. So, I'd like to, let the official bodies continue to take care of it, respect the process, respect all the individuals involved. James being a great AFL person, and to see him under this level of stress and pressure, I certainly don't enjoy it. I feel for him and his family, and we're all respectful of every club in the AFL. So that's my personal position. Our club position is we don't comment on other clubs. We look after our own business, and we certainly respect the AFL, its executive, and all the authorities involved in this investigation. And I think both parties are really saying at the end of the day the truth will shine through, and some conclusions will be drawn, and then we can all move on. Give it definition and move on.
Saturday night, Carlton represent a great challenge. You obviously looked at them this week?
Yeah, I'm still catching up on the vision. I'll watch a game on the plane, watch some more tomorrow. We'll have our final meeting on Saturday. Clearly they're a finals aspirant. They're a really quick team. You see a lot of speed in them. They've been thereabouts all year, and their best is as good as anyone's. So at Etihad, it's a quick surface. We like playing there, but it is a big challenge, and it's a really important game. Opportunities are running out to book your place in the final, so we're pretty keen to go over and get the 4 points, but we know we're going to have to beat our very, very best to do that.
Do you think you have the speed in the team to match their speed?
Well, that's the aim. We've sat down a match committee and picked a team, and Ballantyne's in and Sutcliffe's out. So other than that, we feel we're really well balanced, and we believe in the way we play, stands up, but we've got to go over and get it done.
How do you make sure you control the tempo and play your brand?
Yeah, well, our brand is compete fiercely, use it very well, and then when they've got to get it back on as quick as they can. So look, they're a real one-on-one, contested ball, long-kicking team. So it's a little bit different to last week. Adelaide were a +1 team all day that wanted to make it an uncontested game. Carlton wanted a contested game. That suits us. We need to match their small forwards who are really dangerous, and clearly they've got great midfielders in Jard and Murphy. Karatse's back to his best. Simpson. I think they've got 5 #1 draft picks almost if you go through it, like Jard, Walker, Murphy, Cruiser, those types. So Gibbs. So they're laden with talent. We know that. So it's going to be a challenge.
Just back on the speed, how much of it comes down to your speed matching their speed, or perhaps tactically trying to nullify that aspect?
Yeah, well, there's not too many tactics, except, our back's got to have smart positioning. There's got to be a lot of pressure on the ball carrier. And then there's speed of ball movement, how quickly you can move the ball. So I think Carlton focused on both of those aspects. They had 6, there's been a lot made of Gold Coast, but I thought they were dominant. They had 40 shots, 65 entries. So we understand we're going to play a team in form.
Andrew Walker's second in the comp for rebound 50, so obviously one of your defensive forwards needs to shut him down.
Yeah, no doubt. Walters, Ballantyne, De Boer, they'll all be responsible for handling him. And he, as I said, I think he's a pick 2 in the competition. So that's extreme talent by any measure. And, he's a game-breaking, line-breaking, yardage player. So, yeah, we need to respect him. But we need to make him defend as well.
How do you rectify, or have you needed to rectify the inside 50s low count last week? Wasn't alarming, or did you just move on?
No, it was a bit of a unique game. It sort of was ideal. We know where they were missing from, our centre bounces and our midfield stoppages. So that was an area of focus for the week. They're a great clearance team. We've been solid all year. We've had some ups and downs lately, but we need to rectify it. So we've put a bit of work into that, and I'm sure we'll be fine.
Freo haven't lost at Etihad under your reign, and they struggled.
It's a short reign though.
Well, four games.
Hopefully it's longer, yeah.
But struggled
tough business
in the past. What, I know you're big on anywhere, anytime,
yeah.
But how does the mindset of a player change so quickly in terms of getting used to that theory?
Quickly in regard to what's changed?
from before your tenure to now?
Yeah, well, I can't comment on pre. Different philosophies, different game plan, different teams, different. There's maturity.
Tough to put that mindset into them. So
No, they put it into themselves. We just sort of walk them down a path that give them information that we think will help them grow, and they sort of soak it in really well. This group, they're an incredibly coachable group, and they respond quickly to challenges, and they absorb information amazingly well. And at the end of the day, coaches sell a plan. If they believe in the plan and they get results early, they'll buy in fully, and that's clearly what's happened to this point, and hence it's easier to keep giving the effort they've been giving.
Is the team still getting used to having a target like Sandilands up forward, and how do you try to make the most of his presence?
Yeah, I think it was underutilised last week. We'd like to go to Aaron more. We certainly highlighted on tape. There would have been 10 or 12 times we could have gone to a key forward, and so we'd like to implement that. That's decision making, but sometimes the group I'll overemphasise something and then they'll overplay it. So we'd like to think we'll find the balance. We've struck it before, but the urgency is to strike it pretty quickly this weekend.
his first away trip this season.
Who's that, Aaron? Yeah, it might have been in the back of his mind, wasn't it? Richmond in the wet, MCG, so, but he was certainly sick. Look, he's building to good form. He'll be better for the run again, and he'll come to hand. It's great to have him back.
How much more potent is your forward line with Hayden Valentine back this week?
Yeah, I think he averages about 2-3 goals a week, so if you want to go by the numbers, but it's more than that. He makes us a better team because he works hard for his teammates and allows them to play better footy as well. So it's everything Hayden brings outside of his goal kicking as well.
We're all talking about the leg speed in this match, but how important could a player like Sandilands be just with his marking?
Yeah, really, contested marks are a high premium. They're hard to take. The blokes who can take and get paid a lot of money, and because it just allows you to move the ball, in a really tough situation, take control of it when it could be a loss or a neutral. So yeah, he can be the link between our back half and our front half.
Ross, there's a fair bit of commentary this week that Sydney, Geelong and Hawthorn are really stacked themselves as the best three teams in the comp. What do you guys need to do to lift it up?
Yeah, well, I think that commentary is based on fact, their performances and numbers. We need more consistency within our footy. I thought to half-time after the first 10 minutes, we dominated last week. We went to sleep in the third quarter, then we had to go to work. So it's about consistency for us and improving those things that you've already highlighted. So, there's an urgency to it, but we think we've got a lot of improvement in us, a lot of improvement.
Can you do that even though you don't play those teams in the next 5 rounds?
Yeah, certainly. We just know you're always playing against yourself. So one of our best games was Melbourne last year, and everyone thought it was only Melbourne, but the way we went about it, we then transferred it into the final against Geelong. So we know it's more about ourselves and what we do than what the opposition does. Thanks, Ross.
Thanks, Ross.